as you said, Buddhism was found in India. Tibetan Buddhism is one of the oldest Buddhism, which is Tibet has able to carry it forward. We also shared the Silk Route. We also had the old Mitra connections.
Karsa.
We also had various Tibetan settlements still in India, Chakrata, West Bengal, Gumpa, Dehradun. We have many other settlements. The acceleration is losing somewhere. What do you have to say about that, one? And second, how important is nation?
I think generally, I think when we become refugee, our top priority is preservation of Tibetan culture, including Tibetan language. So therefore, you see, we asked Pandit Nehru, firstly, we want Tibetan sort of settlement, like colony. So much easier to preserve our language like that. And then also, you see, we asked Indian government, separate Tibetan school, again for study Tibetan language like that. In 6 days, you see, for both with Tibetan and also the government of India, it's much easier to send, you see, Tibetan children go with different Indian sort of schools. Very easy. But you see, we asked into government, we want separate Tibetan school. So these mainly is for preservation of our language, our culture, like that. So meantime, wherever Tibetan settlement there, the local people always very much praising the Tibetan settlers. Occasionally some problems you see happen, but basically, you see, we have very close relations. So, so then we also now, you see, encouraging more Indian Buddhists, you see, join some of our monastic institution for study. Now already, I think about 30 Indians already join some of our monastic institution. They learn Tibetan, they carry, you see, the usual the study mainly through debate, like that. So eventually these Nalanda type. So therefore, eventually I think these monastic institution eventually can be authentic institution for study Nalanda knowledge or Nalanda sort of tradition. So already I think Indian, including Ladakis, I think almost 5,000 to 6,000 monks from Ladakh and the Himalayan range. These are Indian. So then local Indians from South Indians also now joining like that. So this, our knowledge is something come from India. So Indian should study more.
Sir, I've been holding the mic for a very long time. Your Holiness, my wife and I are privileged and lucky to have visited both your monastery at Dharamshala as well as the Patola Palace in Lhasa. And my question to you, do you see any reconciliation whatsoever between Dharamshala and Lhasa in your lifetime?
Yes. I think people's problem with China. Today's China, compare 30, 40, 50 years ago, much changed. Then more important, now among the Chinese, number of students and also tourists, you see, who have better knowledge about reality. As a result, they study foreign countries, America or Canada, some European countries, and also Japan, Australia, like that. Then, with help of modern sort of technology, you see the information, kasa,
Technology.
modern technology, you see they, in spite heavy censorship, some information you should reach there. So like that. So therefore, I think I always make sort of one example. About 4 years ago, you see, we noticed 1,000 articles, about 1,000 articles in Chinese language wrote by Chinese. Many overseas Chinese also, you see, wrote, and some few hundred Chinese from mainland China also. And about 1,000 articles, they all fully support about our way of approach, middle way of approach, and very critical their own government policy, like that. So, you see, because of these sort of also the new circumstances, more and more Chinese very, very sympathetic to us. Plus, number of Chinese Buddhists really showing. So, among the top leaders, also now, this is showing. Now, for example, the Xi Jinping, when he visited Europe and India, in both areas, you see, he mentioned the Buddhism is an important role in Chinese culture. He publicly mentioned. So things are changing. So therefore, I think, a matter of time, I think things will change. That's my feeling about that.
Hello, sir. My name is Alok Agrawal. I got a very short question. What should I change in my life to get and give peace and happiness to all?
That's you should know better. If you see too much disturbances out of anger or jealousy, then think more. What really useful these destructive emotion? And then also you see, you have the experience of loving kindness. So then you see, pay more attention about these positive emotion, constructive emotion, and then once we realize the destructive emotion is really very bad, very destructive, once you simply realize that, your attitude towards anger is something different. You remain, although anger develops, you still become slave of that anger, but still you have some kind of reluctant. Usually, you see, we simply carry our life, or anger is part of our life. Or sometimes anger is useful in order to react more forcefully. So these, you see, they're important to analyze.